morning, Captain
morning.
Grimes. How are you
Good.
today?
Excellent. Yourself?
Good.
Good.
It's that time of year again.
It is, and it comes quick every year.
It does,
It
and
does.
here we are, and the trees are turning, and we see pumpkins and scarecrows and lots of stuff out there.
And the sun's out today too.
And the sun is out today.
yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
It is nice.
I'd like to take a ride up north and see some of the leaves up there. But they say the Kangamangas Highway is pretty busy right now.
Oh, I
A
would
lot
assume
of
so.
traffic,
Yeah, I
a
would
lot of
assume
leaf
so.
peepers.
Yep.
But we have beautiful trees around here, you know. If you just go by the lakes and you'll see all this.
Yeah, and it's beautiful down there at the lake.
It is, absolutely. Well, they had that spill, too.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
They're still over there.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This-
They're
that was
pretty
from the
good stuff.
transformer, I believe.
Exactly. Yeah. Tanksboro. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So anyway, we're over here at the fire station, and we're going to be going over our safety,
Halloween safety. Yeah.
Halloween
yeah.
safety,
Yeah. As we do every year.
as we do every year.
Yeah.
So, what do we want to start with? Now, I did learn something interesting over
Okay.
at the health fair when I was talking to Ken
Yep.
and
Lieutenant McMenamin. Yep.
and what's the other one?
I'm trying to think of who else.
Pulley.
Who else was it?
Uh,
Mike Petrelli.
That's it,
Okay.
Petrelli.
Mike Petrelli. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so he went over the alarms and everything, but it was interesting because we had just changed our alarm because
Okay.
it was beeping,
Okay.
you know, so it does tell you when
The batteries?
Yeah,
Yes,
the
okay,
batteries.
Yes. Okay.
The whole thing.
the whole
changed the
thing,
whole
7 years. That's
Okay.
it.
7
okay.
years.
Yep.
So the whole thing was going. So he changed that. In fact, we put one in the cellar too,
Okay.
you know, which is actually a very good idea.
So it was the smoke alarm or was it carbon monoxide alarm?
Both.
Both.
Okay. Both. Perfect. Exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, but he was showing us another unit, and he said that it's actually disposable. Instead of buying one like every
Okay.
couple of years,
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. I think it's in the same.
So I'm not familiar with that. That had to have just came out this year. Because as of right now, I'm not even sure if they're legal in the state of Massachusetts yet.
Oh,
But
the
it
new
possibly
ones.
could be, yeah. I'm not, like I say, I'm not positive about that yet. I know the newer smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors are a 10-year battery,
Yeah.
and anything over 10 years with the detectors themselves, the smoke detectors, right now they're only good for 10 years. The life expectancy of a regular smoke detector is 10 years, and a carbon monoxide detector is 5 years.
Oh.
So if they do need to be replaced, they do have the newer ones that they're sealed batteries, and you don't even have to change the batteries
That's the one.
anymore.
That's the one.
That's the one he was talking
Oh,
about.
okay, okay,
That's the one he was talking
okay.
about.
So they're sealed batteries.
Okay, that's what it was.
So another thing, though, you got to be careful of is because we're so close, we border the state of New Hampshire, is their guidelines different than ours.
Oh.
And if you do get a combination carbon monoxide and smoke detector in the state of Massachusetts, it has to be a voice activated, which I know that you had
We do.
spoken about
We
it
still
before,
do.
yeah. That yours is voice and it'll tell you either it had
It
smoke
does.
or carbon monoxide. So in the state of Mass, it does have to be that. But New Hampshire is totally different. So if somebody does go to Home Depot, you gotta make sure you get the correct
Voice
detectors. Yeah.
I know ours, it was beeping and talking too at the same time, and I said, what is that noise? Of course, the cats are running because
Okay.
then after the beep
Right,
started,
right,
you know,
right.
it terrorized
Well, they
them.
knew to get out
Well,
then. Yeah,
they knew
yeah.
to get out,
It
they
was
ran.
saying, error, check your manual.
It said
Okay,
error,
okay.
check your manual.
And it was
was that.
expired.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was expired.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, it says, evacuate, get out.
Yeah, yeah. And at least you know they're working, so.
It's very loud.
Yeah.
He had to go outside to test it
Yeah.
before we put it in the
Okay,
ceiling
yeah, yeah.
because it was so loud. I went, oh my God.
So it served its purpose then.
It certainly
Because you don't
did.
want to stay inside the house when they're, and it's funny because we still go to apartment buildings and so forth with
Yeah.
the alarms, and we tell them you're supposed to evacuate the building, and they say, it's so loud, and I said,
Well,
yes,
that's what you
because
want.
it's supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want something to go, hey, wake up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly,
Oh,
so,
She was,
yeah.
And it tells which rooms it's at too.
yeah, it
Okay.
tells you,
Like it'll say it's a
It'll say-
Okay,
Upstairs,
perfect,
bedroom
yeah.
upstairs.
So you were able to.
it'll say kitchen, upstairs bed. It'll tell you which room.
Exactly, yeah. Yep.
that it's coming from, which is good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you know which room.
Is yours tied into an alarm system as well then?
No,
Okay. All right.
no, you can do if you want to. but
Okay.
This one's on a hot wire.
Okay.
This is,
It's a hardwire though, isn't it?
no,
No, it's not a hardwire.
Okay.
It's a battery.
they're much easier to put in too, you know,
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
but they're not cheap.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
no,
know.
they're not
It's- you're
cheap.
talking
Even
about-
for you to let them know which one.
You know, because it's
specific
your life,
room.
you know, you can't put money in your life.
No, you
Yeah,
can't
no,
put a
I
price
agree.
tag on your life.
I agree totally.
Absolutely.
So.
So now what else do we have, Tim?
Ah,
Let's see. All right, let's talk about fireworks here.
okay.
We certainly don't want to see them around Halloween.
No.
Or any other time, but
And like I say, they are every year we go through this that they are illegal in the state of Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they're not in New Hampshire, and a lot of people end up bringing them from the state of New
Hampshire.
Hampshire down into the state
Down
of
to-
Mass. So
why would you want to use firecrackers at Halloween anyway?
yeah, I'm not.
I don't.
Maybe.
They use it for Christmas too, so.
Well, I guess they're seasonal, but we'd rather not see them.
See them over the lake, Christmas time.
We do. Actually, we do see them over the lake at Christmas.
Do you still? Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
4th of July and Christmas.
Really?
That's when we see them.
Wow.
Yeah. And any other holiday, I don't know.
It must look nice though across the lake.
It
though.
does at
Yeah,
Christmas
yeah,
time.
yeah.
It's pretty.
Well, I'm sure that's Tingsboro, and I'm sure they
It is.
get a permit to light them off
Yeah.
over there. So
Probably.
yeah, I would assume so.
Let's talk about costumes. Okay, so children should carry a flashlight, and their costumes should be bright colored and have reflective tape to highlight them.
Yeah,
Well, you
perfect.
know, because it might be cold outside,
Yep.
and the kids, that's disappointing as it is. I mean, if they got their costume on and they have to put a jacket over their
Yeah,
costume.
right. It defeats
so-
the purpose. Yeah.
Kind of, but
Yeah.
at least if they get some fluorescent tape,
Yep.
you know, and wear that over their costume, people
Exactly.
will
And
be
it's
able to
getting
see
dark
them.
so early now.
It is.
Yep. And you got to be careful of the mosquitoes now too.
Still.
So yeah.
Oh, they're still out?
Yeah, we haven't had a frost yet, so that's.
Oh.
They said once the frost will kill them off, but
Wow.
not as of yet.
Can't get rid of them soon enough.
No, I know.
This was a bad season for mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Very bad.
Yeah.
So be sure all parts of the costume are labeled flame retardant.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Definitely.
Yep.
And costumes should not have any trailing material or tails long enough to cause falls.
Because people will step on them, and you're trying to run. You know.
There goes Bob's costume.
Yeah. And all the kids that to be expected, they're having fun, running around and playing, and
Sure, but you have a costume and you're a lion, you got this big
the
tail, coming
yeah,
out the back,
yeah.
you know.
Kids will step on it, and you'll end up falling or getting hurt that
Get
way.
caught in the
so.
bushes.
Huh?
One of the two. So,
Uh,
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna read the next bullet.
Go ahead.
So the pointed objects, such as swords or
Oh,
double
yeah.
forks, they should be made of soft material.
Like that rubbery,
Yeah, that would work.
the rubbery material. Or styrofoam even. Do they have
Maybe.
those in
I
styrofoam?
would assume so. Yeah. And if they don't, maybe they should.
Maybe they should.
Yeah.
Make it safe all
Make it safe
around.
for the kids. Yeah.
And some adults.
That's true.
Let's not limit ourselves here, Tim. So if your child wears a mask instead of makeup on their face, double check that the eye holes are large enough to see through clearly. I've seen that, or I mean,
Yeah.
you probably had
Oh,
it yourself.
yeah.
You put on a mask
Oh.
and you go like this, and you're tilting your head back and forth just to get your eyes focused into the mask.
And then the mask is actually sharp too, so
It is.
your eye gets almost cut on them.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah. I'll read the next one.
Okay.
Children should wear sturdy shoes and in the temperature that's appropriate. Clothing underneath the costumes. So make sure your clothing is appropriate for that time of the year as well.
Exactly.
So
And you know, they might need boots. I mean, it may be, you know, kind of muddy
that's true.
that time
Yep,
of year.
Yep. Very true.
That's true. Now let's talk about decorations. So use a small flashlight or battery operated candle in your pumpkins instead of an open flame candle.
Yep.
That's good. And they
That's
sell
good.
those everywhere.
Yeah, and they look so
They're like tea lights
realistic.
almost.
Yep.
Just
they look
put them
so
in.
realistic now.
They do. But they light up the pumpkin really well actually.
Yeah, great idea.
Yeah.
Keep dried leaves and corn stalks away from all flames and heated sources.
Because they'll go up quickly.
Oh, very quickly. Yep.
Especially because they're so dry. You know, they're
Exactly.
very, very flammable, so
Yeah.
you want to keep them away.
Yep.
And only use flame-proof crepe paper. Does that say that on crepe paper when you buy crepe paper?
They do have it because the school departments have it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it actually says,
Flame retardant.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So now, checking the treats. Make
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
make sure your home is well lit and there's a clear path to your door. Bicycles and lawn furniture can trip youngsters in the dark.
Mhm.
So
So very
clear
true.
a path.
Yeah. And like we always say too with the lighting, if you don't want the children to come, then keep your lights off. But,
That's right.
But try to keep it well lit for the children coming in.
And we don't have any children where we are. I mean, it's a busy road,
Yeah.
and for some reason we don't get many
That,
trick or
I am very
treaters.
surprised at that, especially with the apartments and so forth right there. That's.
I know we see a lot of kids at the bus
Yeah,
stops,
Yeah.
but no trick or treaters
That
anywhere
is
in the
crazy.
neighborhood over there.
Crazy.
So now, what do we have next here? Throw out.
Okay, so now we're looking at the candy, and we're going to throw out anything that
Oh.
appears to be tampered with, homemade foods or home packaged foods, unless you know who they came from.
Right. Like if your neighbor makes you a candy apple, you know
Exactly.
it's
Yep.
okay. But if somebody else wants to offer you something,
Yeah.
probably just say no.
No, thank you. Yeah,
Yes, no,
exactly.
thank you.
Yeah, I agree with that totally. And
No.
like we say, just make sure your parent or an adult checks the candy prior to eating. Just making
Parents
sure
do first anyway because they take their
Yeah, take the
favorites
good
out.
ones. Yeah, yeah,
They
exactly.
take all the good stuff out to him. Oh, look what's left here. That's yours. And the parent has a big pile over
Yeah,
here. Going,
yeah.
My favorites.
Yeah. And I don't even know if they end up trick or treating with pillowcases anymore, do they?
You know,
I
you
remember
don't.
we used to.
We used to have pillowcases.
Yeah, and we used to fill those right up.
I know. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Not anymore. I think they have the little buckets. And
Yeah,
that's
they
about
have the
it.
little pumpkin heads
Yeah.
that with the handle that
Yeah,
they carry.
exactly,
You
yeah.
can't get much candy in there,
No,
though, Tim.
I don't think so,
They're
no.
better off with a
Well, I guess
pillowcase.
nowadays too, the little candies, so it's really not. So.
Smart candies.
Yeah, exactly.
It says because young children may choke on things like hard candy or peanuts.
That makes sense.
It's true because they're small,
Exactly.
you know. So
And with the peanuts and so forth, with the peanut allergies, you got to be careful as well. So.
do you remember Juicy Fruits? Come on,
I
Tim.
probably do, but I can't.
Don't you remember when you were a kid? They used to come in a box. I think it
Okay.
was a yellow box,
Okay.
and they used to have like raspberry would look like a raspberry. And they had lemons. They were yellow, and they kind of
Okay.
looked like lemons. And the
Okay.
oranges looked like oranges.
Okay, okay.
But they were like gummy bears.
Okay.
That's what they But they were juice.
remember
They
the
taste like
name.
fruits. They
Okay.
taste just like fruits.
Did they really taste like?
Yes,
fruit?
they did.
Did they?
They really did. And Good and Plenty's.
Okay. Yeah, I remember
Used
good
to
and
have
bunnies. Yeah.
Charlie,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Turkish
Choo-choo.
taffy.
Turkish taffy.
Yeah, those
I
were
don't
good.
see that
Yeah.
anymore.
Only those older stores there where you the specialty
Candy
stores.
stores.
Yeah, when you go in there and you go, oh, I forgot all about that candy.
Yeah, we used to put them in the freezer,
Okay. Okay.
you know, and get them nice and then crack them and just eat
Yeah.
piece by piece, you know.
Yeah, I like doing that too.
The banana Turkish taffy was really
Oh,
good.
that's
What was your favorite candy?
I think a Reese cup. I'm
You're
the
still- you're still on
basic,
Reese's, yeah.
Basic Reese cup.
Yeah, but it's still
It's
very
so
good,
yeah.
isn't
And frozen as well. So.
Bob likes to freeze his Snickers.
Oh, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I like all my candy frozen.
Do you?
Yeah.
I imagine Three Musketeers and Snickers. And,
Oh, they're all good. Anything
All those-
caramel filled. Yeah.
Mm.
They are
I like the
good.
bullseyes. Remember the bullseyes?
Yeah, yeah.
The little
Yeah.
caramel with that white,
Yeah. I
white
remember that.
creamy filling.
Yeah. They used to have them at
Those-
the end of the molders back then at the end caps there. When
Yeah.
we used to walk around.
They used to sell them at the Penny Candy store
Yeah.
in Collinsville. Excuse me, where the lawyer is now on the
Okay.
corner.
Yeah.
Well, that was May and Joe's Variety
Okay.
when I grew up.
Okay.
So my grandfather used to take me there, and they had all penny candy in
No
there.
kidding.
Yeah, and they had those sugar babies.
Okay.
The little
I
black
love
sugar babies.
Yeah,
Those are really good.
yeah.
But I remember the bullseyes. They always had the bullseyes, and of course they had those. Remember the dots?
Yep, I remember
Remember the
dots.
dots came out
you
of
pull 'em,
paper?
yeah. You pull them off and you eat half the paper.
Yeah, you'd
with
have
it,
the paper. I was just going to say that. You get 2 for 1 there.
Now, so where the lawyer is, then it used to be Paulie's as well.
Yeah, Polly's is
store.
on the other corner.
Wasn't it on the same corner? Because where the gazebo
May-
is.
Polly's was on the corner there, and then you come out and you go up the sidewalk. Right there where the
Okay.
lawyer is, that's where May and Joe's Variety was.
Okay,
And my grandfather used to take me there pretty much every day.
okay,
And you get candy, but you could get milk and bread and eggs.
okay, okay.
That was like the local
Store,
store, you know. I mean, it was a mom and pop store,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
They live in the
And they
back.
lived there. They
in the
lived
back.
in the back.
Okay, okay.
So they lived in the store as well.
Hmm.
I mean, in the house.
Yep,
But they were nice people,
okay,
remember? But my grandfather, we always took my dog Mookie.
okay.
And every time we get around the corner, like to take a left where Polly's corner is to go to Manjo,
Yes.
the dog would jump out the window. We would have to chase Mookie down Lakeview Avenue. It seemed like every single time we're chasing Mookie down Lakeview Avenue.
Nobody thought of rolling the window up?
What? Dogs like to stick their head out the window, Tim.
Okay.
Come on now. Yeah.
Okay.
It was, yeah. We eventually rolled the windows up, Tim. But he loved to go for rides. Say the things you remember when you were a kid.
Yeah, right, yeah, exactly.
So now what do we have here?
I think there's a little section on the back of the flyer.
I see
And,
that.
and we do have these flyers as well at the firehouse here in case anybody wants to come by and pick them up and so forth.
So smaller children should always be with an adult. It's best to take the little ones out early. In fact, I heard some towns are changing their times because of the mosquitoes.
I think Methuen was one of them.
They're going out at 4:30ish.
I believe so, yeah.
And if older children are going out without you, go over the ground rules first. And nowadays they have cell phones, so I guess you would say
Yeah,
make
they are
sure you had
definitely
your cell
safer.
phone with
Yep, yep, I agree.
you. We didn't have those, but
No, no. Know what neighborhoods they'll be in. Make sure that you're aware of where they are.
yeah, you don't want them to go into any strange areas that
Exactly.
you're not familiar with or they're not familiar
Yep,
with.
yep, I agree.
And I just said that. Don't allow them in areas which you're not completely comfortable.
Yep. Make sure you have the children stay in groups.
Safety in numbers.
Exactly. Totally agree with that. Yep.
Yeah. And let them know what time to be home.
Perfect. Give them a curfew.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That doesn't always hold true.
Well,
You know, mom
they-
says
yeah.
6 and yeah, you come home at 6:30.
They're
Yeah.
young enough, I think
Just saying.
they'll abide by it. But
Yeah, they will for the most part.
well, this one here says give them a cell phone
See?
to use if necessary. But I'm pretty sure most of them have cell phones.
They have their own
Yeah.
now. And make sure that you use the sidewalks. Don't
Very
walk
true.
in the streets.
Yeah, very true. Exactly. Especially with everybody being so occupied with everything nowadays.
Yeah, texting while driving.
Yeah, it's
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and even though it's Halloween, they tend to forget so that there's going to be kids out walking around. So use the sidewalks.
Yeah, cross only at the corners. Never dart out between parked cars because
Perfect.
you can't see
Yeah,
the children coming in between two
in
parked
cars,
cars, and
yep.
anybody coming around the corner could just easily hit them. You
Yep.
know?
Exactly. So cover one side of the street first, and then go to the other side instead of crisscrossing.
Right,
the
that
whole
makes
time.
sense. Yeah, go to one side and then go to the other side. And never go inside someone's home unless it's a friend.
Perfect. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then hopefully the parents go over these ground rules as well prior to going
Prior
out
to
there.
going
yeah.
out there.
Never accept a ride in a car. So that
Absolutely.
would go hand in hand with going in somebody's house as well.
Exactly. Only approach houses where the outside lights are on as a signal of welcome.
Exactly.
Which we said
So.
before. So.
Exactly. Yep. Bring, like we said earlier as well, bring your bags home to be checked by an adult before eating a single treat.
Yeah, because, you know, there's some strange people
No,
out there,
there
and I
sure
don't wanna
is.
say there is, but there is.
There is, and they just wanna ruin it for everybody, so.
I know, and that's sad.
Yep. Like I said, we do have these, at the station, Station One on Pleasant Street, so in case anybody does wanna refamiliar themselves.
Now,
with
what
it.
is the non-emergency number over here, Tim, in case anybody wants
It's
to?
978-454-2113.
Okay, that's in case you have any questions and you
Yeah.
wanna call over here and ask about
Definitely.
anything you wanna know.
Yep. Yep.
And
And hopefully they'll be able to help you out with, somebody here will be able to help.
are you going
Even-
out, Tim? You dressing?
No, I'm working, actually.
Oh, you're working.
Yeah, one of the other captains, he just has a grandchild.
Oh.
I think he's maybe 1 or 2, Alex Valgaris. So he wants to take the grandson out. So
Ah,
so he asked me to work for him.
well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, you're a nice person like that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully they'll be there when I need them as well. So
Exactly.
Yeah,
One
exactly.
good turn deserves another.
Exactly.
So, did you decorate your lawn?
A few here and there. I'm still in the process of it though.
Mm.
So got some ideas in
It
my
was-
head.
It was funny, our son came over the other day to help Bob with the pool. And you know those scarecrows, they're on the sticks?
Yes.
The stick fell out of the top.
Okay.
So I told my son, I said, could you help me fix, I said, his head fell out of his butt. I said, could you put it back in place? I said, it was so funny. He goes, Mom, he says, go get the duct tape, Mom. I said,
Duct tape.
What happened was the stick split.
Okay,
So
yep,
it
yeah.
it just fell out.
Duct tape fixes everything.
It does,
Yeah.
it really
Yeah.
does. That was funny. He says, you never know with my mother. He said, I said, well, look at him. Poor thing.
Yeah. You know what I meant.
Yeah, I know. I said it in a nice way.
Yep. I did want to bring up as well because it's getting colder out now. The houses are becoming, the windows are being shut and the doors
Right.
are being shut, and a lot of tighter houses now. With the storms coming and so forth with generators, got to be careful with the generators. You have to run them outside of the house. Make sure we're not running them in the house, in the garages. The fire service actually wants the generators to be run at least 5 to 10 feet away from the house, just so the exhaust and so forth doesn't go in the house.
Oh, exactly.
Make sure, like we had said earlier about carbon monoxide detectors, make sure those are up and running as well.
How about those space heaters? Those can
Yeah,
be very...
those are very. So they used to be dangerous, but now there are some pretty good safety issues on them, or safety things that prevent them. If they do fall over, they automatically shut off and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But you still have to be careful of
Oh, sure.
combustibles around them. They still want 3 feet or so of any combustible materials near those, because they get hot and they still will ignite things. So.
I know years ago, friends of ours up in Pelham, they have one of those pellet stoves.
Okay.
And one of the sparks came out. He had a jacket laying
Okay.
on the back.
Just the heat.
Just the heat.
just the
Okay.
heat.
Just
The
radiant
house
heat.
went up.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just caught right on fire, and
Wow.
everything just went.
Jacket caught on fire.
Wow.
Yeah, the jacket caught on fire, and then everything just
Wow.
went from there.
Yeah.
It only took a split second.
I know.
I
Yeah.
said that's scary.
And like we said, it's that time of the year, so you just got to be very, very careful and keep those distances away from the combustible material.
Absolutely.
No. Yep.
So let's talk about the turkey roasters.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Uh,
So you ask me every year.
I know.
And every
I know.
year I say I'm not that familiar with them.
But you've seen them. I mean,
have seen them, yeah.
And this is the time of year that people buy them,
Mhm.
and make sure you don't do it in the house. That's the most
Yeah,
important
yeah,
thing, because
yeah.
you're putting hot oil.
Exactly.
You're heating
Yeah.
up the whole,
very, very, very hot oil.
and don't put water in the oil.
Yeah. Yeah.
That-
Because that'll
that's
react to it,
just
and
gonna
that'll
go-
just make things worse.
Sure.
And we said that we're not going to be putting frozen items in there as well.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
yeah. But I don't see many of them.
No.
now. Do you?
Really?
Yeah.
That's going down.
I think so. Yeah, I think you hear them at the fairs and so forth.
Yeah,
with the deep
yeah.
frying, but
Excuse me.
yeah.
So the other day, Bob was cooking. He turns the oven on. He says, "Okay, we had a nice roast ready to go in," and he comes in. He's standing there with his hands on his hips, and he's looking at me. I said, "What's the matter?" "The oven won't go past 270." I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "The oven pooped out."
Oh.
I went, "No way!" I said, "Just before the holidays, our
Oh,
oven was like,
boy.
no way." So, excuse me. Luckily, Chef Robert over there,
Yes.
he has multiple cooking
Okay.
things.
Okay.
So he has one of those the ninjas. You see them advertised?
Yep.
Well, it does everything. You can steam in it. You can make soup in it. Actually, I said to him yesterday, "Well, I guess we're gonna have to go out and get something." He says, "No, I have the Ninja." I said, "What does it do?" I said, So he says, "I'll cook your ribs in the Ninja." I said, "Won't they come out like steamed or something?" He's, "Nope." Sure enough, there's a little rack that goes
Okay.
inside this thing.
Really, huh?
He puts it in it, puts it up to
Yeah.
300.
It'll work.
It's an oven.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
I said, "Well, it's a good thing." He buys everything.
So is it almost like a crock pot as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah.
And then-
Yeah.
So could you put water or
Yes.
something on the bottom just to keep
Sure.
it moist and so forth? No
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
He put
Comes in a
stuff.
tray for the water.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
Wow.
he put the ribs on the tray and then put some fluid underneath
Yeah,
it, and
yeah.
then like apple juice or whatever
Okay.
you want.
Okay. That's
Is
my.
that you?
Yeah, I have to want to call.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well, we should probably wrap it up then, Tim.
Yes.
So Bob, come over quickly.
Drinking engine one, engine
Quick,
one,
quick.
448
Love him.
Merrimack
Tim.
Ave, 39-year-old male for a fall, possible broken leg. He's going to be in the backyard of that address. That's 448 Merrimack Ave for a
This happens every
39-year-old
time,
male
Tim.
for a
I know.
fall.
It's all right. We're
So
at a
it
fire
is,
station.
so-
It's
He's gonna
okay.
be in
Thank
the
you.
backyard.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
You're
Tim.
welcome. So,
See, folks?
Yep.
So
Be safe during Halloween.
that's right.
Yeah.
Be safe during Halloween.
And our job never stops. So.
Thank you very much.
You're
So
welcome.
from
And
Gay
this is not fakes either,
and
Bob.
Bob
And-
and Tim.
thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Bye.
Gotta go, Tim.
Bye. Thank you.